Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is 12 o'clock Newsbreak. In the local scene, the Department of Tourism Manila is featuring Albay's tourism campaign by showcasing the province's unique products and scenic tourist destinations in its upcoming hub audiovisual presentation, which will serve as the official regional AVP. The production team traveled across Albay to capture footage of popular attractions, including the Cagsawa Ruins, Farm Plate, Black Lava, Miris Beriz, Sula Bridge, and Cagdaray Eco Park. Additional locations featured in the AVP include Nag-Azo Boiling Lake, Vero Falls, Skyline, Mount Masaraga, Buhawi Hills, various resorts, and other notable destinations across the province. Mary Ann Velasco Collier, Tourism Operations Officer 2 from the Provincial Tourism Culture and Arts Office, expressed her enthusiasm for the project, highlighting its potential to attract more visitors to Albay. The initiative was supported and coordinated by the Tourism Information and Assistance Division of PIDICAO in partnership with DOT Manila's contracted agency, Universal Vision Philippines, and DOT Region 5. In other story, the provincial government of Albay continues to provide valuable support to senior high school and college students nationwide through immersion and on-the-job training programs. As part of an initiative led by the Albay Provincial Cooperative Enterprise and Manpower Development Office, PGA recently sent 49 students from Kamalig National High School this November to undergo training on basic driving and electronic servicing. In August, 18 incoming fourth-year environmental planning students from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Manila, completed a 2-week training program across 5 PGA departments aligned with their field of study. 3 trainees each to the Provincial Health Office and Provincial Planning and Development Office, 4 trainees each to the Albay Public Health and Safety Office, Albay Public Safety and Emergency Management Office, and the Provincial Environment and Natural Resources Office. In the national scene, in a recent press briefing, Manila 3rd District Representative Joel Tua expressed concerns regarding the possibility that the Office of the Vice President may have fabricated acknowledgement receipts for confidential expenses. As chairperson of the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, Tua indicated that the issue stems from the restrictive audit by the Commission on Audit in 2022, which disallowed substantial portions of the OVP's confidential funds. He highlighted irregularities in the time and date of the several acknowledgement receipts, which were dated before the OVP had officially received its allocated confidential funds under Vice President Sara Duterte. The scrutiny of the OVP's expenses comes amid broader concerns regarding the Department of Education's spending and project accountability during Duterte's administration. As investigations continue, the implications of this funding or findings could have significant results for the OVP and associated departments. In other story, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. announced a rebuilding initiative for homes and government buildings in Catanduanes following the devastation caused by Super Typhoon Pepito. During his visit to VROC, he emphasized that the provision of construction materials, including galvanized iron sheet and wood, to assist residents in repairing their homes. In addition to building supplies, cash assistance will be provided to support reconstruction efforts, and he also pledged to restore regional government offices to ensure uninterrupted services to the public. Marcos allocated 50 million pesos from the Office of the President to aid the provincial government in these efforts. In other news, House panel has approved a bill to ban all forms of Philippine offshore gaming operators, commonly known as POGOs, and enforce strict penalties for violations. During the recent hearing, the House of Representatives Committee on Games and Amusement consolidated several bills into House Bill number 10987, known as the Anti-Offshore Gaming Operations Act. Committee members expressed unanimous support for the ban following President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr.'s directive to eliminate POGOs by the end of 2024. The Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation has been tasked with winding down operations. And in the news outside the country, President Joe Biden announced a $4 billion pledge to the World Bank's International Development Association during the Group of 20 Summit in Rio de Janeiro. This commitment aims to support poor countries over the next 3 years and exceeds the $3.5 billion pledged by the U.S. in December 2021. The U.S. Treasury will spearhead negotiations for fund replenishment. However, uncertainty looms regarding whether President-elect Donald Trump will uphold Biden's promise, as Trump has previously suggested cuts to foreign aid. The availability of these funds will also depend on the actions of Congress after Trump takes office in January 2025. And finally, in the news outside the country, Moscow has warned that the recent authorization by President Biden for Ukraine to use U.S.-made Army tactical missile systems missiles against targets in Russia could escalate tensions between the U.S. and Russia. According to Kremlin spokesperson, this development may signify a qualitatively new round of tensions. Ukraine has not yet deployed these weapons within Russia. They have previously used them against Russian positions in occupied areas. Ukrainian President Zelensky has long urged for this authorization, which has been met with caution by the Biden administration until now. Peskov suggested that this policy shift reflects an intention by Washington to exacerbate the conflict. And that's all for the 12 o'clock news break, November 20, 2024. We'll be right back tomorrow for more news updates. And thanks to all the 12 o'clock news break writer Albay PIO and Transportalia. And on the technical side, Chad Bobis. Of course, our Provincial Information Officer, Mary Luduca Castillo, and under the supervision of our Acting Governor, Glenn Daongbungao, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.